Talking Trees with Lily and Jad. Welcome to this week's recap episode, where we're diving into a range of topics focused on the world of trees, from biology and structure to their care and practical applications. This week we covered fascinating insights into the macroscopic and microscopic structure of wood, the standards for arborist certification in Europe, the environmental benefits of urban forests, and critical approaches to tree assessment for safety. Let's review these highlights and look at how each topic contributes to our understanding and stewardship of trees.
Welcome back, everyone. This week, we've been on this deep dive, exploring trees.
Yeah, using all the interesting sources you sent us.
Exactly. Like, remember that study on the effects of trees in Mediterranean cities?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and all that stuff about those European tree worker certifications.
The ETW stuff.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride from, like, the way wood is structured.
Down to the microscopic level.
To the role bacteria play when trees decompose.
It's amazing how much we covered.
I know. So get ready for a recap of, like, the entire week.
Because we found some real gems in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We started Monday off looking at the core structure of trees.
Right.
And it's fascinating how we can learn so much from both the macroscopic and microscopic features.
It really is. It's like you're reading a history book, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Each year is just like etched into the tree's structure.
Yeah.
Remember those annual rings?
Oh, yeah.
They're not just markers of age.
Yeah.
They tell us about the tree's growth.
Yeah.
You can see like rainfall and temperature.
Exactly. Reflecting all those environmental factors.
And then there's, beyond the rings, there's the heartwood, the core.
Which gives the tree its strength.
Yeah. Strength and stability.
Then the sapwood, which is like a network of pipelines.
Yeah.
Transporting all that water and nutrients.
Up and down the trees.
Throughout. And we can't forget the bark.
Oh, yeah, the bark.
That armor protecting it from everything.
You know, I have to admit, before this week, I kind of just saw bark as bark.
Yeah.
Now I think about how it's always defending the tree.
Constant defense.
Year after year.
Yeah.
But then we got even closer.
Oh, yeah.
We went microscopic.
We journeyed into the cells.
Right. Into the cells of the tree.
Those building blocks that give them their properties.
We talked about tracheids.
Uh-huh.
Those long, narrow cells that carry the water.
In conifers.
In conifers, right?
Yes.
And then the vessels.
Which do the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
But in deciduous trees.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It's mind-boggling how those tiny cells working together can keep a tree alive. It really is a testament to nature, isn't it?
It is.
And then on Tuesday, we switched gears a little bit and talked about those European tree worker certifications.
We did.
And before our conversation, you know, I didn't realize how much goes into that.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's not just climbing trees and pruning.
Yeah.
There's so much training.
So much training involved.
Yeah.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
When you think about caring for trees.
Yeah, especially in cities.
Especially in urban environments.
It's a whole other ballgame.
It is.
You need to know best practices, but also all the safety stuff. So we talked about the exams, like both the practical and theoretical.
Right.
And what really impressed me was all the emphasis on
professional development.
Yeah. Making sure their knowledge is up to date.
Absolutely. It's crucial.
And that makes sure that like everyone in Europe who does this work knows what they're doing.
To a consistent level.
Right. And it keeps our urban forests
healthy.
Yeah. Healthy and safe.
Exactly.
Which actually leads perfectly into our Wednesday discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Remember all that stuff about the environmental impact of trees in Mediterranean cities?
Yes.
We talked about that study.
He did.
That used that life cycle assessment.
That's right.
That's the LCA.
Yeah.
Which basically means looking at something's environmental
cradle to grave.
Yeah. From its creation all the way to the end.
Or in this case, from seed to decomposition.
And the data was pretty amazing.
It was.
I mean, trees really are like
nature's air purifiers.
Yeah.
Taking out all those pollutants from the air we breathe.
And they're also great at absorbing carbon dioxide. And they can even help regulate the temperature.
That's right.
You know, in summertime, I definitely appreciate that.
It makes cities more livable. But the study also talked about some of the challenges.
Yeah.
Like planting the trees, then maintaining them.
Right. It's a lot of work. It's not as simple as just planting a tree and walking away.
It's not.
No. You got to make sure you're choosing the right species.
For that location.
For the climate.
The soil.
The local conditions.
It's all about maximizing the benefits while keeping in mind the costs.
And the logistics.
And then
we talked about
the European standard.
Yes.
For evaluating tree health and safety.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It introduces this whole new way to assess trees.
Yeah, like a full medical checkup.
It is. Looking for any signs of problems. Decay, weakness, hazards, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And it's like a standard approach that everyone can use.
That's right. So everyone in Europe is doing the same thing.
So it's consistent.
Consistent and accurate.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just looking for problems.
Yeah.
It considers how the tree's growing, its condition, and how it contributes to the landscape.
It's like you're looking at the tree's whole history.
The whole context. The whole context.
And it's so important to document everything.
Yeah, that stood out to me too. It's like a medical history.
It is.
For the tree.
So you know how to best care for it.
And then Friday, we talked about VET cert.
We did.
Remember that EU project?
Yeah.
All about caring for ancient trees.
Ancient and veteran trees. The majestic giants.
They've been standing for centuries.
Centuries.
Witnessing history. And holding so much ecological value.
Yeah, they're like living monuments, aren't they?
They are.
And VET cert is all about making sure we're taking care of them.
In the right way.
In the right way.
Recognizing the challenges.
Yeah, it's like a special group of experts.
It is. A specialized guild.
Yeah, protecting these ancient trees.
Safeguarding their legacy.
Yeah. It made me realize that we really need people with this kind of expertise.
We do.
To make sure those trees stay healthy.
But to keep those treasures alive.
And VET cert is such an important step.
It is.
In the right direction.
Building on the work of V-Tree.
Yeah.
To make sure we have the education.
Yeah.
The training.
To train.
The certification.
To do this work.
And then Saturday.
We
ended the week.
Yeah.
Going microscopic again. Back to the microscopic world.
Looking at wood decomposition.
That's right.
And remember Lynn Body's research?
Oh, yeah.
She really shed some light on how this all works.
How bacteria and fungi work together.
Yeah. And sometimes against each other.
It's a complicated process.
I know. It's like a microscopic soap opera.
It is. Full of drama.
With all these species competing.
Yeah.
Collaborating. Influencing the way the wood decomposes.
It's a fascinating interplay.
And the bacteria are like the first responders.
Yes, they are.
They break down the wood.
And pave the way for the fungi.
And even though they're tiny...
They are.
They're essential.
They're the forest.
They're like nature's recyclers.
That's right.
Turning that dead wood into nutrients.
So important.
Which makes the soil richer.
And helps new life to grow.
So it's like decay isn't a bad thing.
No, it's part of a healthy forest. All about transformation.
Yeah.
It shows how connected everything is.
Even in death.
Yes.
What a journey.
It's been a good one.
I know. From like the big picture.
To the tiniest details.
And the microscopic.
We've seen the whole world of trees.
Yeah, we have.
In a new way.
And we've only just scratched the surface, haven't we?
You have.
But I think this week has given us a really good understanding.
Good foundation.
How important trees are.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a quick break?
Okay.
And when we come back, we can talk about all the key takeaways.
Sounds good.
From our week-long deep dive.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yo, welcome to the show with Lily and Chad. Talking trees and standards, making them rad. Each topic lined up, each episode stacked. From Monday to Saturday, breaking down facts. Macroscopic views to the cellular scale. Learn the tree's story, every ring, every tail. From hardwood to softwood, we're going deep. Diving through layers where the secrets keep. Tune in with Lily, tune in with Jad. Bringing tree wisdom like you never had. Standards and stories, roots to the sky. Raising the bar, let's reach up high. Tuesday we talk ETW certs. Harmonizing Europe's care, lifting the work. Crossing oceans with ISA on track. European standards got our backs. Come Wednesday, urban trees in sight. Life cycle assessment, making it right. Trees breathing in, CO2 to the core. Helping the cities, let's do more. Tune in with Lily, tune in with Jad. Bringing tree wisdom like you never had. Standards and stories, roots to the sky. Raising the bar, let's reach up high. Vitality meets strength, Thursday's the day. Mechanical integrity paves the way. With public safety and trees in check. The 2023 standard keeps it all in spec. Friday brings vet cert for the wise and the old. Preserving tree history, stories untold. Knowledge and skills, Harmonized across lands, Europe united, we're making a stand. Then comes Lynn Body on a Saturday morn, bacteria and fungi. Wood's tale reborn. It's science and nature, together they thrive, breaking down trees, keeping forests alive. Tune in with Lily, tune in with Jad, bringing tree wisdom like you never had. Standards and stories, roots to the sky, raising the bar, let's reach up high. So tune in, join us, week after week, for the love of trees, knowledge we seek. Lily and Jad got the podcast tight, bringing the world of arborists to light. Yo, tune in with Lily, tune in with Jad, bringing tree wisdom like you never had. Standards and stories, roots to the sky, raising the bar, let's reach up high. Tune in with Lily, tune in with Jad, let's reach up high.
It's really amazing when you think about it, how all these topics we've talked about, from the structure of wood to the bacteria, it's all connected. It's like this web.
It is. It's like we started zoomed in on the individual tree.
Yeah.
Like its anatomy, how it grows. And then we pulled back
to see the bigger picture.
To see how that knowledge helps the people who care for the trees.
Right, like the ETW certified professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
They take all that knowledge and use it to protect entire forests.
Especially in cities.
Especially in urban forests.
Making sure they thrive.
So we get all those benefits.
Like cleaner air.
Cleaner air.
Carbon sequestration.
Yeah.
Even just the beauty of nature.
Absolutely.
Right, in the city.
And, you know, it's all about finding that balance.
Right.
Between the tree's needs and the needs of the urban environment.
Exactly. And that's where choosing the right species and managing them properly comes in.
Right. It's not just about planting them and walking away.
It's about making sure they can actually thrive.
Exactly.
And then even at the end of a tree's life, there's still that interconnectedness.
That's where the bacteria and fungi come in.
Right.
Decomposing everything.
It's a cycle.
It is a cycle of life and death and renewal.
It's beautiful.
It is.
The nutrients go back into the soil to help new trees grow.
That's right. The next generation.
So even decay is an important part of the ecosystem.
It is a vital part.
Everything transforms.
And continues.
Speaking of continuing, we talked about VT Cert and how it helps preserve those ancient trees.
The veterans.
Yeah, ensuring that legacy continues.
Exactly.
Those trees have seen so much history.
Centuries worth.
We have a responsibility to care for them.
We do.
And VT Cert is helping train those experts.
To give them the best chance.
Yeah, it all ties together so well.
It does.
We've zoomed in and out this week.
We've seen it all.
Seen the individual trees. The people taking care of them.
And the impact on the environment.
And even what happens after they die. Understanding them is crucial.
Absolutely.
It's not just science.
It's more than that.
It's about our relationship with nature.
It's about being responsible.
And this week's deep dive
has given us the knowledge we need
to really understand all that.
And then to become advocates.
Speaking of advocacy, we talked about how challenging it can be
to manage urban forests.
All the resources it takes.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important for people to understand
the value of trees.
Yeah. So they'll support those initiatives.
To protect them.
Whether it's through funding, volunteering.
Or even just making good choices. In their own lives.
It starts with education.
And sparking curiosity.
Getting people excited about trees.
That's what we've tried to do this week.
Yeah. I think we did a good job.
I think so too.
We've explored it all.
Before we wrap up.
Okay.
I think it'd be good to highlight some of the key takeaways.
Yeah. What are some things you think our listeners should remember?
Well, I think the biggest one is how complex trees are.
Oh, definitely. They're not just static objects.
No, they're dynamic
living
organisms
with all these intricate processes.
Processes we're only beginning to understand.
Right. And with all that complexity
comes the need for experts.
Yeah.
People who really know their stuff.
Like scientists studying their cells or arborists checking on their health.
It's a whole world of knowledge.
It is.
Dedicated to trees.
And it's not just about the trees themselves. About the impact they have.
Like we saw in that study.
On Mediterranean cities.
Yeah, how trees benefit us. And don't forget about decomposition.
Even in death, they contribute.
Yeah.
It's all interconnected.
After this week, I just have this feeling of awe and gratitude for trees.
Me too.
They give us so much without asking for anything in return.
Take this knowledge with you.
Go out and experience trees.
Look closer.
Observe.
Try to imagine their stories.
And remember,
every tree you see
is a symbol
of nature's power,
resilience,
and beauty.
Until next time,
keep exploring.
That brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, we're grateful for your support. Stay tuned for more episodes, and until next time, keep growing your knowledge of the natural world around you.